Game two of the ALDS is all set for tonight. The Yankees are looking to take a 2-0 lead against the Royals up in the Bronx. So let's get y'all all caught up on the Game 2 storylines with our New York Post Yankees beat writer Greg Joyce, who's already beat the traffic. He's already in the Bronx at Yankee Stadium. Greg, what's going on, my man?
How you doing, Brandon?
All's well, man. So are there any last-minute news or updates you think fans should know heading into tonight?
Yeah, I mean, the big one is obviously Alex Verdugo will be back there in left field, which isn't necessarily a surprise after, how well he played in game one, both offensively and defensively. Aaron Boone had said that the situation would be fluid in left field, but obviously Verdugo got off to a hot start, so he's back in there tonight. And then, one of the questions is who the Yankees start in game three, whether it's Luis Seal or Clark Schmidt. But we may not know that until tomorrow. Both were available out of the bullpen in game one and may well be again tonight. It's kind of a weird schedule. They had off day after game one, off day after game two, and another one after game four. So they can kind of be a little bit flexible here to try to get themselves in a good position. But other than that, kind of status quo for the Yankees heading into game two.
All right, appreciate that update. Let's get into a storyline that a lot of people are talking about. Our New York Post colleague, Dan Martin, has an article up on the Post website about the Yankees having to deal with the harsh reality when it comes to Giancarlo Stanton. So for the people who haven't read the article yet, what's the harsh reality and what has Aaron Boone said about it?
Yeah, there were two different scenarios in game one Saturday where Stan on the bases, not being able to kick it into an extra gear kind of hurt the Yankees. The first one, he was on first base, 2-out double by Oswaldo Cabrera. He only made it to third. And then another one, they had multiple guys on base and he hit a chopper to third. The guy made a diving stop, got up, and was still able to throw him out at first to kill another rally. Aaron Boone said it is that's the reality is right now. Stanton's gotten hurt in the past trying to kick it into an extra gear or decelerating, accelerating on the bases with a lower half, soft tissue strain. So this is the kind of gait that keeps him healthy, keeps him on the field. It doesn't look great at times just because, especially in situations like that where runs are critical. But, Aaron Boone was saying yesterday, this is kind of what he needs to do to be able to stay on the field. And obviously when he's hitting home runs, he can trot around whatever, speed he likes. But, it's going to look rough sometimes, but the Yankees prefer to keep him healthy, keep him in the lineup. So that's just kind of the gate that he has to run out sometimes, Aaron Boone said. So, it's kind of a harsh reality there, but that's just kind of what they're stuck with at this point.
You need all bats on deck when it comes to October baseball. All right, game two goes down tonight. Give us your thoughts. What's the keys to victories for the Pinstripes?
Yeah, I think, in game one, you saw it wasn't just the big guys kind of carrying it. It was a little bit of everybody. Aaron Judge kind of had a quiet night, but, Gleyber Torres at the top was doing it again, reaching base 3 times, including a 2-run homer. So Juan Soto, 3 for 5, getting on base a ton. And then Verdugo at the bottom as well. So, Austin Wells had a big bases loaded walk. Anthony Volpe did as well. So it kind of takes that 1 through 9 where it's not just, there was a lot of games during the regular season where it was just Judge and Soto carrying the team. But I think it was a positive, game one to kind of see different guys in the lineup step up. You saw Jazz Chisholm get on base, steal second base, and barely get in there after a review that got Colin Field stood, and then he used his speed to score on Verdugo's go-ahead hit in the 7th inning that ended up being the winning run. So kind of takes a little bit of everybody, and they've talked about that kind of baseball. Verdugo said the other night he loves that baseball where it's just everybody's trying to do their part, and they need that again tonight.
You mentioned earlier about there's a question mark on who could be on the mound for game 3 tonight. Carlos Rodon is scheduled to be on the mound, so do you think he's primed to have a big outing?
Yeah, it seems like. I mean, he doesn't have a ton of playoff experience. He pitched in 2 games for the White Sox in 2020 and 2021. One of those was a start, one in relief. But he's a guy that kind of pitches with emotion, and that can kind of go both ways. He said yesterday that can lead to some very high highs and some very low lows. So he said he kind of plans on using the energy to his advantage and feeding into that, but also said that, there's other times where you kind of have to slow it down and not allow the game to speed up on you because it can get out of hand. So, it's kind of that fine line that you walk sometimes when he's on the mound. But, if he gets off to a good start here, you can kind of expect him to use that emotion, that energy, the atmosphere to his advantage as he tries to put the Yankees in a good position before they go to Kansas City.
All right. Make sure you guys keep an eye out for Greg's post-game articles on NewYorkPost.com/sports. Greg, enjoy the game tonight, man.
You got it. Thanks, Brandon.